Welcome to New York City, Greenwich Village. I absolutely love sitting down here at the cafe, people watching, seeing the crowds of New Yorkers, tourists, people coming in from places like New Jersey, Long Island, Westchester. You get such a mix of people in this neighborhood. So today we're going to stroll around Greenwich Village, but with one particular agenda. I want to just admire the architecture with all of you. We did this last week. We went to the Upper West Side, and I was blown away by the brownstones we saw. Many of you were as well. And I thought to myself, let's do a similar broadcast today. So join me as we walk around Greenwich Village to enjoy the architecture. And we might see a few interesting characters along the way. So right now I'm starting at one of my favorite coffee shops. So I'm starting at one of my favorite coffee shops. This is a Coppola Cafe, which I'll show you in the front very soon. I actually covered these guys in an amazing vlog about Italian pastries. Check it out if you want to check it out after this. I've already recommended them a few times, but they were so kind enough to give me a coffee on them, so I just want to shout them out again this time. I'm drinking an Americano, and this is one of my favorite people watching spots now that they have plenty of outdoor seating. It's great because you just see constant flow of people passing through. So let's sit down for just a minute or two and kind of enjoy more of the flow of people, because I think it's a really cool scene to take in before we start walking around. So let me know where you're watching from. So here we are at the Coppola Cafe. Coppola Cafe, great cafe, one of the best. There's two guys over there that look like they belong in the Greenwich Village back in the 1950s. Playing guitar. Hey Ariel, welcome. My executive producer for the car tours is tuning in. Hello Laureen, hello Claire, hello Orlando, hello Martin, Judith. How's it going? Judith says I look fresh. Did you get a drink or a bite to eat at Francis Tavern? I couldn't. You know, I was tempted to do so, but they were blaring popular music so loud that I couldn't do a video at all over there. So I wish they weren't playing that loud of a music. Otherwise, I would have shown Francis Tavern. I actually had the Filipino tacos again. It's called a place called Flip Sig. It's absolutely amazing. I tried their burritos. I was blown away. Mary Whalen, nice to see you here. Hello, George Lopez. Hello, Alexandra. Nice to see you here. Welcome, everyone. Architecture, yes, says Nuke. Yes. You need to do another car tour with your dad. Yeah, maybe. Yes, I think we will at some point. And Alex says, great jacket. Thank you so much, Alex. I appreciate it. So let's take in the scene a little bit more as I take a few more sips of the coffee. Kenya, thanks for the live stream. Yeah, my pleasure. Can you visit Sutton Place? I'm a bit far away from Sutton Place right now. Hello, Sunshine. That guy's cool looking. I think so too. Yeah, that guy is cool looking. All right, let's go. You guys ready? Let me know. Are you ready to explore some architecture? I mean, there's a lot of things here to do. Watch my previous videos if you want to get like more of other things to do in Greenwich Village. But today, let's visit some architecture. All right. Are you noticing more tourists? I am definitely noticing more tourists. There is a whole lot of people here, and they all don't seem like New Yorkers. So Coppola Cafe, highly recommend it. Have I covered Warhol's New York? No, not yet. Have a good day. So right behind me, those two guys playing the banjo and the guitar is very reminiscent of what you would see in 1950s Greenwich Village. So this feels like a little bit blast of the past. But you don't see too much of that nowadays. You see people out playing more, maybe a little bit more modern music. All right, let's continue walking around. Dorinda, nice to see you here. Welcome. Hello, sunshine after rain. So here in Greenwich Village, we're going to see a lot of the tenement buildings. Few new condos like this one over here. Wendy says, love the tavern tour. I'm so glad you did. A lot of people now wearing masks. It's kind of a mix. It's a mix. Lydia, I grew up in New York, moved to last year because of the pandemic. Oh, Lydia, I hope you get to visit New York again. I think things are getting better here, so I'm optimistic personally. How cold is it in New York? It's not really that cold. It's about 64 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I got myself I'm wearing a jacket because it's going to dip to about 50-something degrees later at night. Pretty soon because it's already getting pretty chilly. It's getting nippy. So here's the Flatiron of Greenwich Village. I don't know too much about this building. I got research into it, but it looks so cool. And this is the hot dog place featured in one of the Sex and the City episodes, where Carrie kind of ditches some high fancy schmancy party and she comes over here to have a classic New York City hot dog with a down-to-earth taxi driver. I think it was played maybe by Gabrielle Union, I think it was. If anyone could remind me of that episode. Right down there we see the Freedom Tower. Kay, you really enjoyed the tavern tour. I'm so glad a lot of people enjoyed the tavern tour. This is one of my favorite things to do, is kind of just show you inside tours along with these wanderings. Sandro needs an egg cream. And Sandro. Yeah, I mean, those are rare nowadays. There's a few classic New York City restaurants that have them, but it is a rare sight. Is the Hess Triangle nearby? Yeah, we're actually going the opposite way of the Hess Triangle. It starts going to the border of West Village. So Hess Triangle is that way. Is the Flatiron building a condo or a business? It is. Businesses on the bottom. It's mixed use. Businesses on the bottom, and we have apartments. So I don't think it's offices. It's apartments. Yep, they're apartments. Nuke says Ariel's a good wanderer. Indeed I am. Thank you so much. I'm glad you think so. They have a rooftop garden as well. You see up there on top. Hey, Jackie. I missed the tavern tour, but have been there many times. Oh, no worries. Thank you so much for tuning in and saying hello. Hello, Sarge. I love seeing people out again. Yeah, me too. You know, it's nice to see a little bit of life here in New York City. I know a lot of places in Europe are kind of struggling a bit. Things are a bit more stricter. And I know there's been some upheaval in places like London recently, today. So I hope things open up more in those countries as well. I myself am eager to go to the UK and Ireland. I feel like I would need a balcony if I lived in the condominium, says Laureen. Yeah, Laureen, I agree. You know, balconies are tough in New York City. There's not that many. But let's see if we can spot a balconied building. Though, of course, the fire escape is New York City's balcony. Quite not a legal balcony. I don't think you could legally use it as a balcony. But people do, nonetheless. Some people even have it set up, though your tenant might tell you to not do that. Liverpool. Liverpool things are also restless. Oh, hey Teresa, nice to see you here. Hey Tony, welcome. So here's a church turned condo. It says right here. Private residences. Let's go the other way. We'll see it from afar. Ah, very efficient. Great way to ride a bicycle and have a good line of sight beyond the trucks and cars and SUVs. So yeah, this church is now a condominium. Right next door, we have another historic building turned into apartments. This used to be an orphanage. Hey Cartier, hello Rosaline. You enjoyed the Friends pop-up yesterday, says Eric. I'm so glad you did. Love the red doors. I'm so glad you do. Hey, do you know Bleecker Street Pizza? Yes, I know of it. I've had it like a few times. Nothing that blows me away personally, but I know a few friends do enjoy it, like Here Be Bar is a huge fan. I know Action Kid as well is a huge fan. They also make videos on YT. Here's NYU. I'll show you one of the cooler buildings at NYU. Let's go down here. So, Washington Square Park is really popular. Square Park. Oh, balcony here. Yeah, it's like a tiny little balcony. New York City has these tiny balconies. They really are not balconies. I'll zoom in. Susie is tuning in. It's her birthday. Hey, Susie. Everyone, send hearts to Susie. She's been watching for quite a while. It's her birthday today. Send your best birthday wishes to Susie. So you can see this is a very tiny balcony. Like I don't think it barely qualifies as a balcony. It's a glorified window. That's what that is. A balcony, I think you would have to be able to at least put a chair, at least. Bare minimum. They're Juliet balconies, yeah. Even Juliet's balcony was a little bit bigger than that. Juliet can at least stand on the balcony. All right, time to finish up the coffee. There we go. Time to walk around. Kenya says it looks cute. Do you have mosquitoes in New York? Yes, we do. They start popping up when it's around above 72 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't have too many cold weather mosquitoes sometimes, but that's more closer to like sewage and wet areas. But look how full right now Washington Square Park is. Beck, you love watching my videos. Watching you and AK have been a routine of yours. You lived in Yonkers many years ago, and you have family in Long Island. Well, one of the best streetcars in New York City. The best one. I would say this is my number one recommendation. Is right here, New York Dosas. And they've been opening up more and more during the weekends. And I think it's because they're quickly becoming very popular. So check out New York Dosas. Come here a little bit before 4 p.m. To be safe, come here before 3. and grab yourself a dosa, which is an Indian kind of crepe. Really great. Really great crepe. We got Sandro and Sandra. When was the last time you've been to Central Park? Just a few videos ago. Last week. Check it out. So here is one of the more interesting buildings. Wendy says you did a video on this. Indeed I did, Wendy. I have done many videos. I've done over around 1,500, maybe to around 2,000 videos in New York at this point. I am planning to travel indeed. It's looking a little bit more better to travel in the very near future. So stay tuned. I'm eager to travel myself. I've done a lot of videos in New York. So if you've been watching for quite a while, you've probably seen the same things over and over again. There's only so much of New York. Looks like the Campanile di Siena, says SF Field. Yes, it is very Italian Romanesque style. Has that kind of Italian coast style as well. Tuscan style, I would say. Siena, yeah, you're right. Let's get closer. I'll show you the... Danilo, where am I planning to go? I'll let everyone know soon. Once I solidify my plans. Your videos are so informative, says Wendy. It's like a history class. I'm so glad. So glad. Today is just a wandering, so I don't have any particular history, but we do bump into history all the time here. So this is the Judson Memorial Church. It's known for having a lot of, they have a lot of shows here. It's been entrenched into the LGBT community for decades. A very important LGBT church here. So Judson Memorial Church was constructed in 1892 and originally was a Baptist church named in the memory of Adoniram Judson. He designed this in the Greco-Romanesque style, and it was designed by McKim, Mead and White, one of the more famous architectural firms of New York City history. Stanford White, for example, designed the Washington Square Park arch. And the stained glass windows are made by John Lafarge, which you probably heard his name before if you watch my history of churches in Brooklyn Heights. He did a few Brooklyn Heights churches. Debbie, I'm finally glad to catch you live. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, Debbie, for tuning in. All right, I'll show you a little bit more here in
My drinks for
a little bit more here in New York University. This is my second time watching live, says Arlie. Hey, Arlie, welcome. So this is the Catholic Center here in NYU. And this is one of the more impressive buildings here across. We have this building, which is a lot of people call the ziggurat of Greenwich Village. Go to Aroma Espresso Bar, Sandro. Sandro, I tried that like 3 weeks ago. It was good. It was good. But I like my friends across the street a little bit better, Coppola Cafe. They're a little bit more Italian style. So SF Field says, according to Wikipedia, the exterior and the shape of the building is said to resemble the Basilica de Santa Maria Maggiore in Italy. Yes, thank you, SF Fields. I knew it looked very familiar. I actually did a video, Santa Maria de Maggiore, in Facebook Live and also a 360 video. So do check that out if you all learn about the origin of this church. Is that the building from Ghostbusters? No, no. The building for Ghostbusters has a similar kind of tiered wedding cake style, but that is along Central Park. So no, that's not the Ghostbusters building. S. Field says, I know you did. That's why I mentioned it. Oh, glad. Is the windowless building this way? No, the windowless building is in Tribeca, which is 2 neighborhoods down. You got Soho, one neighborhood, the next neighborhood, and then Tribeca right after. This one is not windowless. This is the library of New York University. Gretchen says that would make an awesome series, visiting movie sets in New York City. Yeah, there are many. I point out many in my live streams in general. But yeah, I haven't seen any good, consistent YouTube series on movie sets. There's always a video here and there, but I haven't seen someone do a consistent series on it. Isn't that NYU library? It is. It was controversial because the entire inside is a gigantic courtyard. Let me see if I can actually peek in and show a little bit. Yeah, I can do it here. Okay. Lorene says not a fan of this building. Let us know. You guys like it or not? I really like the exteriors. That kind of I find the color really cool. But I'll show you. There was a big controversy here. So it's a huge courtyard. And you see that kind of railing? The library used to not have railing at all. That was added later. It was all open, all exposed. So you walk up the stairs, exposed. You can look down. You could be on the desk right by the railing, also look down. It was all exposed. But unfortunately, there was, college can sometimes be very hard. And there were people who unfortunately committed suicide, jumping straight down in the middle of the courtyard. I'm not sure how many, it was a 1 or 2. And they decided to put the railing up. Let me see if we can take in. I'm gonna peek in very quickly. It's sad, when you think about it, there's some interesting architecture in the city and places around the world. The bridges, you have the vessel, and you have places like these that people use them for terrible things. And they have to change the architecture to prevent people from using it in a way that is very kind of saddening and tragic. So it is interesting to think that architecture has to sometimes change due to the way that people use them. Do you know if the vessel has opened up? I don't think so. I don't think yet they did. A woman taking a selfie of her Starbucks. Is it open for the public? No, not this building. This building is NYU students only. That's why I couldn't really go more inside. Does NYU hold classes on Saturdays? They're supposed to, yeah. I'm not sure if they're doing it now, but they're supposed to, yeah. Greg, thank you so much for the super chat. Greg, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, because of the pandemic, things have been changing. So I'm not sure if there's 100% classes, but people were definitely going to the library to study. So the library does stay open, at least. And there are sometimes specific classes, just in universities in general in the US, there's specific classes you can take on the weekends. Wow, cool jacket. Look at that. Oh my God. That's like a Manette, right? Manette is the artist. That is a cool jacket. Wow. Philippians, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Mater says, I have a great photo of the vessel on my darkroom, on my print page. Yes, I do. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Is it warm here? Yes, it's kind of warm. It's about 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm enough. I love the Friends photo, says Ronald. Oh, I'm glad you do. Love the jacket, says Susan. Yeah, oh yeah, me too. Have you been to 55 Bar? Asked David. No, have not. It's a bar with a lot of like theater people, right? They hang out there. But no, I've never been. Is NYU Stern the best business school? S Field says no. Yeah, so probably not. New York University is one of the most expensive schools, but I don't think it's considered the best. It's not Ivy League like Columbia University. Columbia is Ivy League. And Ivy League is kind of like the top tier of universities in the US. Judith, what was my favorite math topic? I didn't have any favorite math topic, to be honest. Math is math to me. So no, I didn't have a favorite topic. But my minor in math is because I studied electrical engineering, and a gigantic part of engineering is math. So a lot of my credits amounted to a minor in math. Looks like a beautiful day, it really is. It's been a fab day today in Blackpool, says Luis. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad it's fab in Blackpool. Wendy, do I use my degree? No, I don't work as an engineer. I work as a filmmaker. All these videos. That's what I do. Yale and Harvard are ranked among the best, says Nassimia. Yes, and I actually toured Harvard. Here we have some interesting architecture. We got an interesting mix over here because we start seeing more of the industrial buildings the closer we get to Broadway. So these were industrial lofts for many decades. Garment was a lot of the industry here. Dill says, why didn't you major in another thing instead? Just like many young people who are into the arts, I didn't have the confidence that the arts would be able to sustain me in a job. So I went to my second love, and my second love is indeed tech and science. I really enjoy it, and that's why I study engineering. And I love cities, so at first I actually did civic engineering, but then I moved to electrical because it was a tad easier than civic engineering, at least in the school I was in. So yeah, that's why I studied it. But my love is in making videos and making films, telling stories. Hey, Rosie, thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Rosie. Rosie, thank you so much. I appreciate the $10 super chat. Thank you. Mandy says, you're good at what you do. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Really cool buildings here. Susie says, I majored in something I didn't love, business. Yeah, a lot of people do that here in America. It's fairly common. I think it's fairly common in the world, so yeah. Cool thing here about America, we do have great art schools, we do have great film schools, we have great engineering schools, we got great schools for everything. I know some other countries kind of are a little bit trickier if you want to study the arts. Or vice versa sometimes. This is a cool view. I love this kind of series of buildings. We're looking towards Broadway now. And this street, Washington Place, does not continue through Broadway. So you are faced with these silhouette of buildings. Maria dice, es hermoso este lugar. Harry, how old is New York? Dating back to the 1600s is when it really started growing as a city. But of course, people have been living here for at least hundreds, I think maybe if not 1,000 or 2,000 years. The Lenape Native Americans have been here. The post-European has been here for a while. Hola, Elena, sabemos que hablas español. Sí, yo hablo español. Soy fluente, puedes preguntarme cualquier cosa. ¿Qué haces por los videos? Ah, qué bien. Elena says, yes, I know you know Spanish. Ooh, look at this. Wow, that's trippy. What is that supposed to represent? Macaulay Culkin lives here. He does. He lives in the Greenwich Village. Really? David? Maria, me deja like. Oh, gracias por liking. Mr. Bowman, are you seeing my question? Oh, feel free to ask again. I can't read every comment. I'm only human. But if you watch long enough, I'll get to you. Continue exploring. Serge, you love to super chat. Hey, if I miss any super chats, do let me know. Sometimes they don't always pop up. I think super stickers sometimes don't pop up all the time. So thank you so much, Serge, for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Also, stars. I don't see it so easily because of my app that I'm using to multi-stream. So feel free to let me know if you love stars. María dice, qué bien hablas español. ¿Cuál es tu nombre, María? El nombre mío es Ariel. Ariel. My name is Ariel. It's pronounced Ariel in Spanish, the original pronunciation. Those buildings are really great. I agree. But then we have more of these kind of modern buildings. And Lorraine asked for balconies. This is one of the rare buildings that has a balcony. Rosie sent a sticker. Yes, I saw that. Thank you so much, SF Fields. Jaco Pastorios lived at 8 Jones Street. Yeah, indeed he did. We got balconies over here. We got another building right behind it. Balconies too. You ever want a balcony? Here it is. And we got fire escapes. Which one do you prefer? A balcony or a fire escape? Hey, Serge says, I was thanking you for keeping me in touch with the place of my birth. Oh, I'm so glad, Serge. I can keep you close to New York City, the place of your birth. That's so cool. Interesting, balconies on the corners of the buildings only, yeah. Here, we're a little bit stingy with our balconies. They're premium. Oh, look at this building. Susan, thank you so much. Susan and Kay put my Patreon information. So yeah, if you want access to bonus videos, behind the scenes, the Urbanist Insiders Club, which is a once a month live special where you get to meet your fellow urbanists and have more of my attention. And we do other special things. You can become a Patreon or a member or a supporter, depending on the platform you choose. Or if you do all three, then you're a mega urbanist. You're very talented, Ariel. You monitor YT and FB at the same time, making sure you don't walk into anything. Indeed. It's a juggling act. In another life, I was probably a juggler. Not gigolo, juggler. Don't get them mixed up. Or maybe I was a juggler gigolo. Maybe it was both. Are you gonna walk through Washington Square Park? Depends. You guys want to see Washington Square Park? We're admiring architecture. Wow, the detail of this building is gorgeous. Thank you, Mags, for putting the member link on the comments. Beautiful. Some of these NYU buildings are gorgeous, really, truly gorgeous. Or gorgeous. Gorgeous, okay? Let me know, how do you pronounce it? Is it gorgeous or gorgeous? You ever wanted to see how a live streamer looks like in the wild? There we go. This is how I look like, everyone. This is my face reveal. Because I rarely reveal my face on these live streams. There we go. How you doing?
Yeah, I remember being
Same to the buildings in Glasgow. They're very similar. Yeah, Gary, can't wait to go to Glasgow. Wow, here we have another pretty high rise. Could you ever consider teaching, says Ronald? No, I don't think so. I don't have the patience for teaching. Jamie, tienes un nombre de gente, sí, yo sé que es de gente. Tu audiencia mexicana sabe de esto que estoy hablando. Sí. Well, Ariel es de gente, existe mucha área de Latinoamérica. Yes, my name is a detergent in Latin America. There's Ariel detergent. It's because I'm a very clean person. I keep it clean all the time. Wendy says I'm a teacher. Steven's a teacher. We got a lot of teachers. It's a separate skill set, ladies and gentlemen. Darrell, thank you so much for the super chat. $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Barbara Streisand has it right. Gorgeous. Yes, indeed. That's how you pronounce it. We got some Belgian blocks. Is this one dislodged? We can take it home. Who wants to take an official New York City souvenir? I'm gonna sell it on teespring.com. $2,000. $2,000 right here. Belgian block for sale. I think that's a fair price. That's a fair price, right? I mean, $2,000 come off for a very unique New York City souvenir. Like, you won't find it anywhere else. And it's hand-picked, hand-packaged, hands all over it, and then shipped off to you. Zap says, I like your pair of shoes. Oh, I'm glad you do, Zap. You have another pair like that. That's awesome. Look, old grandfather clock over here. Diana's a teacher and she loves it. I'm so glad you do. Chris is asking for a signed pothole, please. Will Bob sign it? I'll get Bob to sign it. Yes, I'll get Bob to put his print on it. Anna says, New York City is crazy. Just love the townhouses. So glad you do. Steven, you're looking for a teaching position in New York. I don't think you'll have a tough time. There's a lot of need for teachers here in the city. Ooh, Art Deco doors right over here. Kind of Art Deco. No, not really. Is it Art Deco? I don't know. What would you consider these doors? This is definitely not Art Deco building. This is like a Beaux-Arts building. Are these Beaux-Arts doors? Let us know. What do you think? Darrell, thank you so much for a super chat. Colette says, would you describe me as a hipster? Psst. Colette. I was cool before the hipsters. Colette. Oh yeah. Cool way before the word hipster came about, which was around the 1940s. So I was cool before then. Cool before then, okay, Colette? That's your answer. I hope you enjoyed that answer. S. Field says we had avocado toast in the 90s. Is that a new mask? Asked Mandy. No, it's not. Ronald says I'm a proto-hipster. Alex says Art Nouveau. Okay, that is, I think, a much better title. So that is an Art Nouveau door. Let's stick with that. Yeah, you're right. I think that is Art Nouveau. Max says Ariel's a vampire. Shh, Max. I definitely was not. I was not alive in the 1940s, hanging out in jazz clubs in Harlem, wearing a fedora hat. I definitely was not doing that. I was not hanging out with Allen Ginsberg here in Greenwich Village. Definitely was not doing that back in the 1940s, 50s. So I actually have a old Facebook Live video. If you guys want to dig into the Urbanist archives, in here there's an art gallery. It's called the Silver Center for Arts and Science, and they have what's called the Gray Gallery, I think is the name. And I actually got toured around by an NYU student who is a fan of the show, and it was so awesome. She was just she loved art so much. She gave us an amazing tour. Dig into that video. If anyone wants to dig in the link and pop it up in the comments, feel free to do so. Search NYU Art Urbanist.
It was to study how
All right, let's go. I got you guys want to walk through Washington Square Park? Let us know. If so, I got to mute it for a little bit because there's a few people playing popular music inside there. But let us know. Let us know if you want to listen to some soothing sounds of the Urbanist soundtrack as we go into Washington Square Park to go back out into Greenwich Village. Let's take a nice little detour. Let us know. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Teresa says yes. Wish a great day to you all, says Carl. Oh, so glad. Carl. María dice, Ariel, ¿eres explorando urbano? Ciertamente, sí. Ese es el nombre del show. Alexandra recommends Rainy Skies. Rainy Skies, Alexandra, that's a bit of a kind of a rainy song. It's not so rainy today. Though I will play when it's a little bit more rainy. Let me know if you have any other recommendations. All right, let's go inside. I'm gonna play this one. I Found Heaven on the Bench. Enjoy. So that was I Found Heaven on the Bench from the Urbanist soundtrack. Very lively here. A lot livelier than I remember from previous years. I think so, since so many things are closed. Susan. Bienvenidos. Smells like incense. It's all the Hare Krishna guys. All right, we gotta go mute again. Desire from the Urbanist original sound on iTunes, Amazon. You can buy the digital album on Teespring. Buy and listen to it. So this house is the one from I Am Legend. starring Will Smith, battling vampire zombies here in New York. So we have a huge super chat. Hey! Everyone, give a round of hearts to Dave for the very generous $30 super chat. Thank you so much, Dave. I hope you enjoyed the tour around Washington Square Park. The skateboarder woman that was zipping right through me was an urbanist. And when she waved, she was saying, "Oh, I like your lives." I think that's why she was zipping through so close. So she was photobombing. I didn't get her name, but yeah, Urbanist was saying hello. Dwayne says, I listen to music when you do, oh, you listen to my music when you do yoga. That's so cool, Dwayne. I would love to live in the, across the park, says Mandy. Oh, I'm so glad, Mandy. Bravo for the music. Reminds me of the old days of New York. Yeah, I mean, that song itself was inspired by Studio 54. That was actually the direction I gave to the artist who made it, Cameron Gorman. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate you. April 24th. Zastro, why do you say that? Thank you so much for putting the merch link, Alexandra. Gary says Shazam thinks it's Memories by Rainsword. Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting interpretation. I gotta listen to that song. What's for sale? A bunch of like jewelry. There was artwork, other things. Let's check this out. I actually never been in here. Never bothered to like approach this little area. Let's check it out. It's called Willie's Garden. Is that Willie? Oh, is Willie Will Shakespeare? No, he has too much hair for Will Shakespeare. Shakespeare did not have that much hair. Who is that? Let us know. Beautiful little courtyard here. Perfect for a little song. Wait up. Hey Google, play Courtyard of Dreams by Urbanist. Alexa, play Courtyard of Dreams by Urbanist. There's Bob. Bob is hanging out. But Shakespeare was looking like he had a lot of hair on him. And nice legs, yeah. S feels, yeah. He seemed like he worked out. He walked quite a lot. He had calves of steel. I wish we can go in, but it's locked. No. Oh no, it's technically not locked, but. Roland says, Siri, can I trigger Siri? All right, Siri, play Courtyard of Dreams by Urbanist. I don't think Siri has access to music, or maybe I could be wrong. Let me know. My next outfit for my next walk says Gary. Yeah, Gary. Will Shakespeare. Stay tuned for the Oxford tour one day soon, hopefully in the summer. And now we're closer to the Ziggurat building. Here, or the Washington Muse. Interestingly enough, the statue of Miguel de Cervantes, the author of Don Quixote. Ooh, thank you, S. Fields. S. Fields dropping the great architecture / history knowledge. That was Miguel de Cervantes of Don Quixote. For anyone who probably, if you're in Latin America, you probably already know Don Quixote. So ever since I made a TikTok of this location, it's now full with people. We got Belgian blocks. We got Instagram shoot over here. Maria, welcome. Louise, let's see here. It's like a studio for Instagram. Yeah, this is basically an Instagram studio. I feel like I'm in Italy every time I come here, says Leanne. Yeah. I feel like I'm an Edward Hopper painting, mostly because of this building. Doesn't this building remind you of Edward Hopper? Let me know, the famous American painter. He painted a very similar building to this. And funnily enough, he actually lived around here. He had a studio in one of these mews here in Greenwich Village. But he made a painting, I think it was called 7th Avenue or 10th Avenue, and it has a building just like this. Vish says, hello, how's everything? You walked a lot. Indeed I did. I had a very good lunch, a very good coffee, and I walk. What block is this, Patty? This is called the Washington Mews. Quickest way to access it is 5th Avenue, right after 8th Street. So it's basically 5th Avenue and 8th Street and a half. Basically. We got a lot of Instagrammers in the wild. Is it expensive to stay here? This is mostly for NYU. Here's another, to me, Edward Hopper-esque building. And this is the taller one of the bunch. And here we got the Ziggurat building, another cool perspective. What was that on the Will Smith's house, standing over with the white sheet? I think it was just an umbrella, but I'm not sure why it was there. That house has been kind of abandoned. I'm not sure what they're doing with it. But I seen a woman kind of like camp out there. So I think that was like what she was using to camp out. Dow, welcome Dow. Would be beautiful if all those buildings were painted in the same color. I like the fact that they're painted in different colors, but yeah, you're right. It would be an interesting perspective if they were all red or all blue or all pink or all Urbanist orange. Let's just paint the entire thing Urbanist orange, shall we? Let me know. Let me know if we should petition the city or petition NYU because they own this. Should we petition New York University to paint this all Urbanist orange? Were these mews originally? Yes, they were, Vish. Yes, they were. Now it's used for the French Studies department, and I think there might be the German Studies, maybe, department around here. Yes, the German Studies department right over here. So yes, this is now part of NYU, but they used to be mews. And mews were places where the servants or the drivers or the carriage drivers used to live. So this was poor people homes. To put it very, very blunt. Yeah, this was the homes for the working class who served all the mansions on the other side. Hey, Mr. Bot, thanks for showing all the beautiful architecture. I appreciate you. My pleasure, Mr. Bot. Kay says, thank you to everyone that has slammed that heart button. My pleasure. Sharing on FB works really well as well. Sil says different shades of orange. That would be dope. Central Park is popping right now? It is. Thank you, Mr. Bot. Norwegian Krona. Here's a Dutch house. Where do I get my cool masks? They're very handsome. I get it from smart_glamour. It's an independent designer here in Astoria. She delivers in the US. I think she might also deliver internationally if you pay the shipping cost, but reach out to her. Really talented designer. So they made this into an open streets, which is nice. So we can actually walk in the middle of the street. Let's do it. Sarge, you say city bikes did not exist when you were here. Yeah. Hey, Louise. Oh, Louise, thank you so much for 500 stars. And all the other people who sent stars. Thank you so much, Louise. Enjoy your coffee. Oh, thank you so much, Louise. Definitely will go to a coffee fund. More balconies right here. Again, rarities in New York City, but here we have a few, especially the more modern buildings have balconies. Rola says, will you buy us mods? Will you buy us mods apartments there? Since I'm a billionaire. Says Ronald. Oh, you're a funny guy. Ronald. You're a funny guy. I'm not sure where you get the idea I'm a billionaire. Have you seen Bob the Pigeon? Says Sill. In this part of New York. Yeah, Bob hangs out here. He hangs a lot in Washington Square Park. Louis says, we love what you do. Craziest thing you've ever seen in the street, says Sandro. A lot of things. What's popping into my head right now? Washington Square Park in general is just interesting place at night. I saw a rap battle, but it's not the craziest. I saw a rap battle in Union Square. I actually did a live video of it about like 2 years ago. Hope you're having a good day, says Mighty Bull. Mighty Bull, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. I am indeed having a good day. Oh, we got more Juliet balconies over here. Ronald says, we'll call it Mod Village. These are a little bit more reasonable, though they're basically glorified windows. Great for having a cup of coffee, though, outside of one of these Juliet balconies. Hola desde Argentina. Hola Nancy. ¿Cómo estás? Ojalá todo está bien en Argentina. Sandro, have I ever heard of David Lynch talking about his experience in Philly? No, I have not. What has he said about Philly? So thank you, Mighty Bull and Louise, for your star/super chat. Appreciate it. You must be running low on energy. No, I'm not. Just take things slow. Take things slow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not those vloggers who are always high energy. When I show you my high energy, it's when I really have high energy. Sometimes I'm just chill. It's not like those vloggers who are always like, hey guys, today we're gonna have a crazy day in New York. No, I don't do that. Here's one of my favorite bakery cafes. They are open up here now. Maman. Absolutely love their quiche. I'm obsessed with their quiche. French Moroccan style bakery. And beautiful, copious amounts of seating here. Wow, they really went all out with this one. So here they have the photo of the quiche. Wow. So they're running out of baked goods. Love the look. Yeah, it's a great place. So great place. They pretty much are closing around this time, but highly recommend the quiche. Their coffee is great too, and grab one of their chocolate chip cookies. Absolutely amazing. Really great food. They also have awesome pastries as well. So that's one of my top recommendations for breakfast here in New York City. And many of them are all around the city. So highly recommend them. They're especially in the more touristy areas. Hey, Panagiotis, thank you so much for the €5 super chat. And for anyone who doesn't know what quiche is basically like an egg pie. It's basically like a French tortilla. Not the Mexican tortilla, but the Spanish tortilla, which is an egg, yeah. Egg pie. It's really good. Panagiotis, thank you so much. Ooh, pretty here. Look at this with the green. Quiche is from the country of France. Indeed it is. Quiche Lorraine, yeah, Quiche Lorraine. Ah, this used to be a landmark, this one, look at this. This used to be let me zoom out so you can see a little better. This used to be the Hotel Albert. The Hotel Albert. I love this area. One of my favorite areas in New York City. Walk around. All right, I gotta mute for a little bit because there's some music playing. But we got another super chat. Yes. Hey, Christine. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate you, Christine. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And now let's continue walking around. I'm gonna mute it for a little bit because there's some music. That was Always Remember from an Urbanist coffee break. Sil says, I was wondering what a super chat is. And Kenny is watching on your TV. So yeah, a super chat is a tip. It's a virtual tip. So if you enjoy these shows and want to contribute so we can continue making these shows, you can leave a super chat. A PayPal is the way I get the most of, or everything you send me basically. Sometimes it takes off a few cents. But Facebook and YT take 30% from the stars/super chats. Still good enough, whatever you prefer. I'm cool with it. But all those donations, all those contributions goes to making a better show. So showing you more of these things, researching, having more time so I can research for history tidbits, either on these wanderings or specific history tours. Having time to reach out to places like Francis Tavern and coordinate making these videos and getting better gear. I got recently a new 360 camera, which Urbanist supporters are getting a taste of earlier today, and they're going to get another taste of because I did another bonus 360 video that you're going to see later tomorrow. So all that, and microphones, I'm now having the Rode wireless mic, where today, as you saw, we have perfect audio with two different people, me, myself, and the person I featured, which was Mary, the tour guide in Francis Tavern. We have perfect sound, all that because of you guys. So I don't take too many sponsorships on these videos because I prefer to have most of Urbanist sponsored by you, the viewers. That's why I care the most. I want to give you the best shows. I don't want to make this show for other brands and use you guys as the product, as some shows tend to do, unfortunately. But to each their own. So thank you so much for the super chats. We actually have another super chat. David, I introduced your streams. Let me, oh, this is a beautiful comment. David says, I introduced your streams to my 90-year-old mom when she was in the hospice. You provided countless hours of enjoyment while she battled COVID. Sadly, she lost her life last week. And thank you again for your engaging streams. Oh, David, I'm so sorry. My condolences for your loss. I know it must be very hard. I'm so glad I was able to provide some entertainment for her last few weeks. Thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone, send your hearts and your best wishes to David and his family. I'm so glad I was able to provide some entertainment. I've received a few other messages like that before, and always kind of blows me away, like, whoa, someone was watching me in their last days. So thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. And do let me know if you want me to show you anything here. Or let me know if there was a particular area that your mom loved. Message me or leave in a comment down below. If there's a particular area your mom loved, I would love to show it again on live video. Let's continue walking around. All right. Michael, thank you so much for the super chat. Michael with the $20 super chat. I appreciate you. Michael, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Dutch Maz, nice to see you here. So we got really great architecture there in the distance. We're starting to see the architecture that is in the Madison Square Park area. Kra says, you helped me out in my lonely life. I can't thank you enough, but thanks to you having family with all the team. Well, I'm so glad, Kra. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ugar, you can ask as many questions as you want as long as it's related to whatever the topic is in hand. If it's related to just in general New York City exploration, city exploration specifically. It also goes to travel. Hey, Jorge, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Maria is a new member. Welcome, Maria. Welcome, Maria. Thank you so much for becoming a new super urbanist. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. No food stop today. No, I had quite a big lunch. Quite a big lunch. Had to have it before I went live. Gretchen is a new super urbanist. Gretchen, thank you so much for becoming a super urbanist. Is this my full-time job? I would love it. I'm getting close and close every day to make this full-time. I'm basically there, so thank you for everyone for your contributions, for watching the replays, for becoming supporters. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes. So the more I make these videos, the bigger the audience I have access to, the more I can make these videos and dedicate more time to them. It's getting a little bit blustery here in Connecticut. Yeah, I think it's about to rain. It's gonna rain. It is gonna rain indeed. It's about to pour. So right here's Union Square. Union Square, you know the vibe that we had in Washington Square Park? That used to be the vibe in Union Square. But police have always been much more stricter in the past like 4 or 5 years with Union Square. And the people have taken the party to Washington Square Park. S. Field says yes. Yes, it's up to you. If you really enjoy the show and want to lend your support, it doesn't just have to be a super chat. It could just be a like or a share. It's great ways to ensure that the show grows. And the farmer's market is closing up right now. I wish the farmer's market ran until late. It would be so nice if the farmer's market ran until late. Let me know, who would be down for a late farmer's market? Because, you know, there's late farmer's markets in Europe. In France, I remember farmer's markets ran a little bit later. England, there was Borough Market at least, ran pretty late. A waitress says, I would want a late farmer's market. Mag says, Jose sent a $5 PayPal and $5 from Vish. Hey, Jose and Vish, thank you so much for your $5 PayPals each. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, let's continue walking around. Not enough business in the evening. I mean, I totally would buy farmers' goods in the evening because I would love to like buy some goods and make dinner right there on the spot right after. Ooh, we got some drums. So S Field says, want to make late night farmers markets profitable? You got to sell tapas and alcohol. Yes, and I'm fully down for that. Fully down for that. Let's petition the city to do that. I'm shocked that New York City has not tried to replicate Borough Market or the markets in Spain, for example, like Mercado San Miguel. I'm surprised that we have not tried to replicate that because they're very successful in those two cities. We have a late night market in the summer, says Arlie. Ooh, Arlie, where are you from again? Let us know. Bob almost got run over by the bike. Oh no. Don't go, Bob. We have markets like the International Night Market in Queens, yeah, but it's not really a farmer's market. It's they sell prepared foods. Coffee recommendation right here in Union Square is the Joe Coffee. There's a bunch of other locations all around the city. Are you gonna buy some, Ariel? Are you gonna buy some sourdough, Alexandra? I totally would if there were still some, but there isn't. There's no sourdough bread. So I just gotta settle for the rye bread I have at home. Oh, I like this. This is post-rock. This is a genre of music called post-rock. It's like rock, but it's much more slower, much more spaced out. It's really cool. Hey, David, thank you so much. David says, go Milk Bar, Prince Street Pizza, Lombardi's. Okay, I'll feature a Prince Street soon. Milk Bar, I've featured it before. It's a great place. Maybe I'll feature it again. Thank you so much for a $5 super chat. Eddie, thank you so much for the super chat from the Cano family. Oh, I appreciate that. The new mic rocks. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So one of my favorite genres of music is post-rock. Highly recommend checking out a band called Explosions in the Sky. And there's also a band called Mogwai. Check it out. Lisa, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that's really cool music. First time I really seen post rock here in New York City. I've seen it in concerts and venues because I'm a fan of this music. It's really trippy. The first time I seen it outside. And someone said guitar is the key to a woman's heart. It's funny because the woman right next to me, right there, right behind, right there. She was like, and she was like touching her heart. She was like, ah. I think she was swooning. So I think she is swooning. So that type of music, you would think it's a, I don't know, let me know what you think. Do you think that's a type of music where there would be a lot of guys or gals in the concert? Because ironically, every time I went to one of those concerts, it was on a date because the woman I was going on a date with loved them. And I would be seeing mostly women in the concert. It would mostly be women. I always found it interesting for that type of music. I'm not sure why, but found it interesting. It was mostly women every time I went. Rod says downloaded Ariel's album. Oh, nice. Hope you tipped them. I did. I briefly showed their Venmo, so if anyone could either scroll back and type it on the comments, I would appreciate it. They had a Venmo. I showed the cardboard on top. I left it lingering for like 20 seconds. So this is the beautiful Barnes & Noble's building. I absolutely love this building. Alexandra says we need a third album. One day soon, stay tuned. One day. When I explore a city with a unique type of music, that'll be appropriate. Have you ever been to any late night shows? I've been to the Stephen Colbert show before he did late night, so it was the Comedy Central one. I went to that twice, absolutely loved it. You get tickets, there was a Twitter account to get the tickets. They would announce it every morning. And then I did Jon Stewart, same thing. One of his like very last shows. And I saw a band similar to those guys playing at Jon Stewart's called The National. Where are you going to explore Tokyo? I would love to do so soon, BA. Oh, believe me. The moment Tokyo opens, I'm there. All right, everyone. This calls for the end of this live video. If you want to see more videos, go to the videos tab on either FB or YT. If you're watching on Twitch, you got to go to one of those two to see replays. And videos I recommend checking out. Check out the other Greenwich Village videos if you want to see a different perspective of Greenwich Village. And I'll be back on tomorrow, 1 p.m. for another Wandering on Sunday. Stay tuned for a Sunday Wandering. Similar video to this. No agenda, no particular direction. Just enjoying the views. And soon I'm going to be traveling. So stay tuned for that, and we're going to see more history tours. So everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Lori says, oh, don't go. I'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.